is true, and I don't know that that necessarily could change. It still could make it easy for lower income kids to get involved. I mean, you can actually. What's surprising is
thing is, it's happening across all sports now. Now they're all going that way.
no, yeah, yeah,
What's
you're right.
happened
I
in
mean,
what's happened with soccer in the
but
suburbs is now
but
happening in all
but
sports.
what doesn't change in the U.S. I mean, let's just be honest. We are king at every sport except soccer. Yet we are modern. We're moderate there, but we're not the worst. We don't have the worst soccer in the world. So I'm not gonna
No,
let
no,
anybody
not
say
by
that.
far, not by
Uh,
far. We're not in the pressure cooker, and I think,
we're not in the pressure
uh,
cooker. Yeah, we're not there, but I think what doesn't change in U.S. sports. I know you're saying that. Yeah, it is hard. I mean, when I was growing up, not too long ago, I mean, it was a lot to play baseball. I was playing baseball and everything freaking cleats. I mean, I start from the bottom, and it cost a lot of money. Basketball as well. Basketball less than baseball, of course. Any field
yeah.
sport is going to cost more, but what doesn't get lost is that in the neighborhood, the kids go to to go to their local court. They're all sprayed with graffiti and everything, but they still go and play with the raggedy basketball, and they still play it, right? And so you don't see that in soccer. Maybe you can facilitate, and you can
They're
probably
trying.
copy.
They're
You can
trying.
you can copy. I mean, either South American countries, like I was saying on the chat,
They're everywhere.
they built concrete
Courts everywhere.
courts everywhere. They actually make basketball courts, and just the bottom they just paint the lines to make them into soccer. The soccer
Well, that's
lines.
something Kyle Martino, who used to be on NBC's Sports, U.S. men's national team player, won MLS Cup with LA Galaxy, has been spending the last 5 years going through to local, going to different areas within urban areas and building nets that you pull out from underneath the basketball net. And so he's been installing those where he can, but he doesn't
Yeah.
have enough money yet. But he's trying, and he has an app to make games, and he's trying to do that. So there are a lot of people trying to do it. It just takes a long
Yeah,
time,
of
and
course,
if
it
it's
takes a
not,
long time,
and if
and
it's
it's
not
cultural.
culturally in your country,
It's
although there,
cultural.
but it can be made a priority, right? Like the famous one was Iceland, who made that Euros, and they gave us that stupid Viking clap.
Yeah,
Um,
everybody
they
copied.
spent all this money to find players, and they put outdoor rinks, outdoor stadiums,
Yeah.
indoor stadiums on turf,
One
and they
thing
put
that
them
is
all over the country.
one thing that doesn't help, and one thing like per se, the tickets for my tickets to go to the national team are cheap. No, well,
$150. They are.
they are cheap. They cost $40, $50. They some do cost $150. But I will say this: when you compare, it's not that's the national team. Okay, yeah, you go there once or twice a year, but the
Mm.
MLS has done a ridiculous job at boosting these tickets because of Messi is here. I get that, but you can make your money without exploiting people, and there is not a way in heaven or hell that I or a baseball fan that I'm going to ask a baseball fan or a basketball fan, hey, don't go watch the Memphis Grizzlies that are around here. Don't go watch the Memphis. Come watch the St. Louis City, the soccer team. In Memphis, tickets cost less than the soccer, and it's not as popular as basketball. Why would any fan do that? If you're trying to go, because around here, I live in a neck of the woods. I mean, really, everything is baseball and basketball, golf, and football and all that stuff. And so I have a few people that come. Hey, Did you go watch St. Louis? I mean, it's pretty nice, really intense. Never actually in baseball in Bush Stadium or we have baseball only, but never in baseball have I actually felt that intensity in a sport. They were telling me this. I was like, "Duh, dumbass! You should have been watching soccer for a long time." But it's a learning process. But if you raise the tickets, you can't share that experience. They have to be smart, man. Instead of just trying to make their money, they're still going to make their money. They're going to make millions. But don't be so greedy. Because if you're
Mm.
trying to grow the sport, it's hard, man. You can't do it and charge
I,
people a lot of
I,
money for For top football news, debate, analysis, and opinion, join Top Football Club. Watch live on YouTube or on the Top FC News website, or listen live on the AMP app and on your smart speaker. Top Football Club.